What's up, everybody? I have Codefendants here with me talking about their new group, collaborations, and their new genre, Crime Wave. So, what's up, guys? How are you doing?
Yeah, you said crime wave like it was funny, like the new genre crime wave. No, it's
Oh,
crime wave. We are crime wave.
I'm laughing at the way I said genre. I'm like, genre? Crime
Yeah.
Wave. It sounds like a game show host or something. So, it's me, not you. Um, how are y'all doing today? What were y'all up to?
He took a painkiller because you have a pain in your shoulder
Yeah, I
blade.
like woke up yesterday with like a pinched nerve, so they gave me a Norco and it made me pukey because I don't need painkillers. So
Oof,
better now though. I'm better now though, I think.
that's good. You look a little doozy.
Yeah.
We're both feeling wonky. We're actually recording our second album now,
Oh, really?
and we're hoping it's going to be done before our first album comes out.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. So I actually noticed that you call yourselves a genre fluid musical collective, but can you go a little deeper into like what that means and why is Codefendants considered crime wave?
I don't think we've done an interview before, have we?
No, I think this is our first interview.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to say.
I don't know. It's like crime wave. It's just a way to get around having a project that people are gonna have a hard time categorizing. You know, with the last band I was in, and still in, and
Get dead.
they don't know what
Yeah.
they don't know what to put it. They don't know if it's punk rock, if it's ska, if it's like hip hop stuff. So it's just I don't know. We just figured we just
And this,
nip that in the bud right away
Right.
and just say crime wave. Fuck it.
of the 10 songs on our first album, none of the songs sound anywhere near the same. But there is new wave influences, and there's hip hop and
Definitely punk rock.
and very sophisticated chord progressions.
Right.
So, and melodies. So we don't think it sounds like anything else. And there's some flamenco too, because
Yes.
Ceschi, he comes from Flamenco Island, I think it's called.
Flamenco Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
No, he's from Puerto Rico, but he likes to live in America.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually noticed the development of the videos. You actually distinguish between like episode 1 and episode 2. And then you have like some themes of like abuse, crime, drugs. What are some common themes or motifs from the lyrics or the videos released, and what brought them on?
There are 5 videos, by the way. It's a series
There are
It's gonna
5
be-
videos.
that are all connected. It's all one story.
Where are they?
That's that.
Are they? I haven't seen them. Where are they released?
But they're not out yet.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, like in reference to episode 1 and 2, continuing on to the rest of them, like what brought these on?
We I think that the lyrics, the album was written before we wrote the
Video treatment.
the video treatments for it, and the video treatments have nothing really to do with
the lyrics.
the lyrics at all. We can interchange the songs at this point with the ones that we still have to create. So it's just more of an exercise in like artistically being able to see what like Indecline and Mike write together and how it transposes over the music is what it is. It's just being able to create some more stuff after the fact of creating some stuff.
It's like having a movie and you use songs over certain scenes in your movie.
Okay.
You know,
I was actually going to ask you about that.
The scenes are not based on the song, and the song isn't written about the scenes. But if they work together, they work together. So that's what we tried to do.
And they're working together really well.
Yeah, we're telling a story that's really dark. And when the third video comes out in January, that's when it'll people be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, I was actually watching the suicide pics, and I noticed how it led to something else. So like that was my follow-up question for those episodes. Like, what are they leading to? And could we expect some sort of a?
Yeah, we're not
going to tell you.
I mean, or can we expect another, I know, short film or maybe a musical, another musical?
It is a short film, and it will be released like that. What you can expect is Nate NoFX, this artist from East LA. He's in it, and
Gel Rock too is in it too from the Cloaks. like Visionaries crew.
And then we got, you know, later we have DOC in one.
Yeah.
We have
2Max.
2Max. We have
Micah 9, which Project Blowed is actually doing their 39th anniversary party coming up here.
yeah, we got a lot of legends.
Yeah.
We have Betty Bondage. She's in the video.
Yep. First time I ever met
Oh,
her.
really?
She's a dominatrix. She's very mean.
Great collab choices, by the way. Like you said, you have like some legends in this one, like hip hop artists, the DOC, and you have Henri. Is that how you pronounce his name? Henri?
Yeah.
Henri Osborne. So you have him, and then you have others
Stacey D.
joining in on the fun.
Stacey motherfucking D from Bad
Stacey
Cop Back.
D. Just so much more joining in on this project. So like, what are you hoping will be the outcome for these artists to be on this project? I mean, I know.
I mean, we're in like a weird space where it's like we can have a lot of people come on the project if we want to, but we're not going to have people on the project that isn't going to bring like.
They have to bring game.
Yeah,
they have to bring something to the sound.
It has to like increase the song itself. You know what I mean? I feel that everybody that we've collabed with so far brings something to it. Like, you know, Henri just brings that last bit at the end of Abscess.
It's so good.
And so I was in the studio writing, and he just happened to have that verse towards the end. I'm like, fuck that, throw that shit in there. And it just made the song so much better, you know?
You know what? I do know what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We are trying to make great albums.
Okay. Great song.
Perfect albums that have no weak song on them, because that is what's lacking in the music industry.
Oh my God,
kids listen to one song or two songs and then they just move on. People don't have the experience of a great album, of the ride you go, of the roller coaster. Right. And we are not gonna put out anything. Our albums are going to be all good, you know, according to us.
Nothing skippable. You don't want any of those albums where only the singles are like the hit songs and you go through the rest of it.
Yeah,
it's just
and
like,
I mean, I don't even think you should be like a lot of the times too. It's like don't even put an album together unless you have a collection of songs that are just amazing songs that would stand alone.
Yeah, we always both our NOFX and Get Dead. We have 18 songs or 20 songs. And then you go down to 12, and this we're doing the same thing. We have so many songs, and we just picking the best ones. And it's cool because I've never been in a band with other songwriters, so it's great working with Sam and Ceschi because they're both great songwriters, and we sit.
It's fun.
We just write all the time.
We're in a weird little incubator of just. You know, we're living in the middle of like Las Vegas now, and we don't even leave the house because it's more fun to sit here and just write and see what we come up with. And it's exciting. It's exciting times, Mike.
It really, I've really never felt like I'm doing something special.
I mean, talk about special. You have the DOC. He's actually someone who hasn't recorded anything in so long. And the first project he comes on to, I mean, you guys must be super honored to, you know, have someone like that. And something I can relate to, actually, I saw that you know, have not a lot of knowledge in hip hop, you know.
I didn't know who he was.
I mean, it's okay because you actually are bringing something to the table. Not a lot of, I mean, let alone punk rock artists are bringing to the table, like something interesting, something gets you like, oh, what? You have like what artist on your album? Like somebody who hasn't recorded for that long. It's just like anybody's going to want to listen to that and check that out. And I don't know.
Still so fucking good. Like he didn't go anywhere. He's definitely been writing for people this whole time.
Yeah, he's definitely been writing.
Yeah.
But I can't believe he's one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah, coolest people. I mean,
he's so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He can take a joke. He's smart. He's articulate. He's so kind.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best people in this whole crew to get to hang out with when he.
Yeah.
I mean, just like he said, punk rock and hip hop are like cousins. So, I mean, it just goes to show how quickly you can connect with someone that you don't have similar musical backgrounds with, because it's very similar. Like the things that we.
I grew up in LA. I grew up in LA in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And we're kind of doing the same thing. They used to bus kids, you know, into different neighborhoods. That's what we're doing. It used to be punk rock kids from the Valley got bused to Compton, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
We're busing.
It's good.
Is that a bad analogy?
I don't know. I mean,
Not really. You're
I think
breaking
that-
it down, really, because
Yeah.
that's
But in these schools, all the punk rockers and the hip hop dudes, they were the ones hanging out because they didn't fit in.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
the analogy like that to me too, where it's like from where I came from, a Bay Area, I was a skateboarder. So as a skater, all of these like boundaries or class war, all that, none of that really like mattered growing up. So it's interesting to me to be on the other side now and like seeing people have to like navigate it. Where to us, we were what the matter? Could you do a kickflip, motherfucker? You could do a kickflip.
It's insane how the music scene has been in Houston, and I've been seeing those exact same groups of kids. That's why we keep it all ages here. We just keep all those same groups of kids. They're skating and they're like doing rap battles while there's like a punk show going on.
It's the rowdiest group, and it's the most like supportive group. This is a punk rock and like skate community. It's just kids in general. They don't have to do anything. You can have a crew full of Edgars, you know, and it's still there's like they're there to support shit, and it's rad to see that kids nowadays can like, you know, it's like back in when I was in high school, it's like yeah, like the stoners over there, and then you had like the jock guys and the cowboys over there. It's cool to see that everybody's just kind of just melding.
And now there's the gays. Back then, there wasn't the gays. Now the gays have a spot.
Now the gays run things.
They run things.
The gays are the coolest.
Good idea. I was forced to go to church a lot, so.
Well, church.
But look at me now. Look at me now. I'm doing it now.
No, there's something that I like about church is that people have a sense of community, like punk rockers.
That's true.
And skaters.
That's true.
Where most people just work in an office, or people who listen, I don't know, to metal or jazz,
elitists.
There's no community, you know. Like even metal bands, there's not a metal band community. They're not supportive.
I know.
They're not. They all try to outdo each other.
No, I have some stories too. You're right. You're right.
They're not bros, you know. When I went backstage and took Slayer snacks, they got, Kerry King got so pissed.
Oh, you took some Slayer snacks?
Yeah, I took some Slayer snacks, but Dave Lombardo told me I could take Slayer snacks. And Kerry King's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm just taking some Slayer snacks, Mr. King." "Those are Slayer snacks." Anyways, you don't want to hang out with that dude.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, no, I mean, I'm glad I don't. In general. So
everyone wants to talk about Slayer snacks.
I have a question. So who knew raising money to help release a friend from prison would blossom into such a monumental bond musically? So for the love of hip hop and punk, Codefendants were born pretty much, right? As soon as you guys started talking about those things, your love of hip hop and music, and you just recorded music with Mike like a couple of years later. So
yeah, they put 3 songs, and I just.
So how did you fit into all of this in the first place?
Who?
How did you fit into all of this in the first place?
I heard 3 songs.
Yeah.
And I said, "This is amazing. I want to produce this record and put it out." And they said, "Yeah," because I produced Get Dead Records, and then they asked me. They go, "Just be in the band, dude, because we're all writing together." Mm-hmm. So I'm in the band. I'm in the band.
Yeah.
I'm in the band.
I met through Ceschi. I listened to his music for a long time, and I had my friend Mark Heredia, who's a tattoo artist in San Jose, took me to Gilman Street, and we went and saw a Ceschi show, and I was like, it's like one of those moments where
that's like, good, right?
Yeah, I was like, I gotta make music with this guy, and so I was actually in like Bisbee, Arizona, where
Doug Stanhope's house just burned down.
And I was doing a Canadian podcast where they get dead stuff, and they asked me what kind of punk rock I listened to. And I was like, I really only listen to hip hop music, actually, but they said who? And I said Ceschi. One of his fans added me at him. He checked my stuff out, and then a week later, he flew from Connecticut to California, and we made music for a year straight. Like we didn't like separate for more than a week, for probably like a year. And then the first albums done. And here we are.
So
Not living-
that's what you recorded, what you guys were working on for that whole year.
Yeah, like the cassette tapes that you can get
Mm-hmm.
that you can mail away for.
We're raising the price, by the way, you know.
Well, for the second
Second pressing, it's gone from $7 to $8.
$8
Yeah.
is a big jump.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same lane demo.
I think that's such a cool thing that y'all are doing. I got like, that's honestly one of the things that intrigued me the most to reach out and interview, because we have like some bands. I have like cassette tapes that I like cannot listen to yet because I don't have one, but I definitely want to get one because I didn't know what it's like to live in that era when punk was like that, to spell things out.
Like you have it's making the user, you can't just like go click on it and get your instant gratification. Like you have to go put $7 in an envelope. Now most people don't got $7 in your thing. So now you got to go interact with an ATM outside of your house. You got to get $20.
A lot of people said $20.
A lot of people send $20.
Had to send cash.
But if you're with it, now you got to go into the local market and stuff. You got to buy some gum or some smokes, and you got to stand in line. And now it's making people have to interact with the world around them.
We're making people smoke more.
And when you get, well, whatever it makes them do more. But when you get it in the mail, you have a sense of like, you know, you did this, you earned this cassette tape.
You have something no one else can get. That's what it is.
And then you're
Exactly.
a codefendant.
And that's why we didn't release our songs. But now there's like one song on Spotify or something. But you had to go to crimewave.com to hear anything from us. Because
and crimewave.com has some other great stuff to listen to on there too.
yeah.
The Mets are like one of my new favorite bands. I listen to them every day.
So what was the main reason why y'all wanted to do it that way? Like send $7 or call Rhonda. Who's Rhonda, by the way?
Rhonda,
you don't want to meet Rhonda.
Yeah, Rhonda's an asshole. Well, it's just the $7 it was just because there's so many QR code marketing, do this, do that.
Right.
We want people to have to fucking go outside and get some air and have to.
I don't care if people go outside. I don't know what he's talking about. I want people to call their friends and go, you should check out this band. This record is really good. I don't want to force it down people's throats.
But the tape that you're buying is like what me and Ceschi did it's just like
they're still mad at me for releasing that.
Yeah, it's just the voice memos that we had on our phone when we were like in somebody's living room on our little tequila thing. You know what I mean?
No, it's big tequila. No.
For me, I know Ceschi wasn't drinking at that point. I can't speak on it.
First time we met DOC, they did.
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
with too much Jameson. He got kicked out of fucking DOC's ladies club.
Ooh.
And he was with DOC and management after he broke 2 glasses on the stage.
But see, it didn't
on purpose.
No. It wasn't me going all rock star, like trying to break shit.
No, he's just a terrible drunk and a bad person.
Listen, I'm not drinking Jameson. And the way that the pit was set up, to my defense, the way that the pit was set up where the girls were dancing, my drink was like this, and I went to go grab my tip, and I fucking knocked the drink into the pit, and it broke.
Yeah, and how do you do that twice?
Because in the second time, they were nice enough with the OC, so they picked me up.
You fucking pushed your chair back and he set it up.
No,
because he was too scared to meet the DOC.
They moved me to the other part of the establishment next to a fireplace that had a concrete floor on it. And they gave me a drink.
Your excuses.
They gave me a drink, and once again I go to reach for my tip, and it like knocked it off, but it landed on the one concrete place in the establishment.
And then you got kicked out immediately.
I kicked out. Don't wrestle a security.
No, he was going to take you to the pokey. And I said, don't leave. If I beat in thumb wrestling, just leave him alone. And then he tried to steal a golf cart. This man is terrified of death.
He tried to steal a golf cart.
Because they were sitting there doing a thumb wrestling thing in the hallway, and they pushed me out the front doors, and there was like the security guard, golf cart.
45 minutes I had to deal with this fucking loot.
That was pretty easy access there. They're kind of asking for it.
Should not have done it. I felt like it was like a setup.
And he's like, if you take the car, I'm tasing you. I'm going to tase you right now.
Yeah,
and he put the key in, turned the key.
I'm going to have big line.
Damn.
You're a line crosser.
I apologized to the DOC the next day.
And what did he say?
He didn't care. He thought it was hilarious.
Well, there you go. It's like a match made in heaven. So
yeah,
But I haven't been invited back.
No, of course not.
So you're gonna have, sorry?
No, what else you got?
Oh, so you have side A and side B for this split. You have side A and side B. So like what can you talk about like each one? And
Oh, this is the Get Dead
the,
split you're talking about?
yeah, I'm talking about the Get Dead split with
Oh,
Codefendants.
good story, because apparently I didn't ask the band what songs I should put on the Get Dead side, and they all blamed Sam. And Sam got mad at me. I think he hit me.
I didn't hit anybody. I don't.
Yeah, you were pissed. You were pissed.
Well, because I got to deal with it by these guys.
And then I called the band. I go, it wasn't Sam. I did it. I'm the one who didn't ask you guys because.
But it doesn't matter because I sit right next to him, so they think that I like have some kind of sway on what's going on in his fucking brain.
My buddy.
You know,
Or like, I
mean,
mean, isn't side B mostly like Get Dead, or isn't it mostly Get Dead tracks on side B?
Well, yeah,
because
not mostly. There's one side with Get Dead, one side Codefendants.
Well, because the Codefendants one, Abscess, the song, I wrote Abscess for Ceschi. And that's when Ceschi like heard me on the podcast thing. And so he came through and I wrote that song specifically in mind to have Ceschi on it. That's why it's like, why the verse is kind of like that. And then Henri just happened to be there and wrote something and we said, fuck it, let's do it.
But Get Dead recorded the song.
But Get Dead did all.
Okay.
And it was a Get Dead song. And then these guys wanted to use it for a Codefendants.
Yeah, I kind of.
He tried to poach it and shit. And
I did. I poached it. Like,
okay,
guys,
that makes more sense.
I've done a lot for you. I want this song as a Codefendant song.
Yeah, you guys are muscled in there.
I muscled.
Yeah, but it works though.
I don't have a lot of muscle. I'm like olive oil.
But this olive oil means that I've got to take a lot to the chin for my fucking camp, which I did. And I think that they all fucking worked it out amongst themselves. And it's okay.
Yeah, I think so. I was listening to
both our bands. Both our bands are mad at us.
No, my band's not mad at me. I mean,
no, well, okay, both bands are mad at me.
Yeah, that's more like it.
That doesn't seem like you're very like you seem very used to that though, no?
Yeah, I'm used to people not liking me for no real reason.
Well, I mean, you're the man.
Fuck the man. Fuck the man.
Straight up.
And really? I'm Jewish. People don't like that anywhere either, especially these days. Woo!
It was so cool seeing DOC just like sing Kill a White Man with you guys on stage. And I was just like,
that was so cool.
That was the fucking illest shit that I've ever been a part of.
I was like, that reminds me of like my uncle who like has no idea what punk rock is, just like suddenly getting into that song. He's like jumping up and down.
He had no idea. And it was his first punk show.
Yeah.
At the best time. And he was so excited.
Well, the route,
there's a big chant for words,
like the whole deal, like the whole punk rock like crowd chanting DOC, just knowing it was from his hometown, you know, was like goosebump stuff. Like I got to be there for that, and I was like
yeah, he had been on stage 25 years, something like that.
Yeah,
thank you guys so fucking much for like just making shit like this happen for music, because it's like nobody would have thought that they would see him on stage with NOFX and just having such a good fucking time, and then the audience just like just taking it all in with you guys. Like
everybody's having a good time and everybody's getting like DOC's getting roses that he damn well deserves.
Yeah,
you know, like without him, I mean, he's without question one of the most influential hip hop artists of all fucking time, and like for him to even like lose sight, like it was good to see him be able to like feel a crowd still being like, nah, fuck that, DOC.
Yeah, it was so good. And we're working together more, me and him.
It's really cool that he felt such a connection like that to just
punk rock.
Yeah.
And that's why punk rock is punk rock, right?
And he realized that
it saves lives in so many different ways.
He could still make great music, even though his voice got fucked up. Punk rock gave that to him. He's like, oh shit, you guys can't sing either.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So will this?
That was a nice thing to say.
Sorry.
Thank you for saying that. That was a nice compliment.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Actually, what I was saying earlier, what I related to is that I myself don't know that much about hip hop. I never really like gravitated to it all my life. And that was honestly something I've always been teased about as a Black person. Like, you know, you should be listening to hip hop. You should know who this is. and I never did. I've always been into punk and metal.
Depending
So
on hip hop they're trying to make you listen to.
I
Though,
like
too.
I like Kid Cudi a lot, and that's pretty much the only rapper I can listen to like all day long. But
I can send you some like underground, like POS. I mean, a lot of these underground hip hop heads are very punk rock, or they're in metal bands.
I can send you a bobblehead.
yes, there. Okay, you
Bobblehead,
send me
bobblehead.
your rapper, and I'll send you
Yeah.
mine, because
Okay.
there's a Houston rapper named Ish Genius, and he is like old school sounding. That, like, don't laugh at for my terrible explanation of hip hop, but he's like very like
Ish.
I got you.
Ish Genius. He's
have you
like
Russell from Vallejo. He's like, we'll make I'll make you a little list, and you make me.
I feel like I'm a dog.
Yes.
Humans talk.
And then we'll both.
What
and
are you talking about?
I'll make them listen to all of it.
You know?
Yeah, I'm more of a punk metal reggae blues person, you know, but that's, like I said,
That's too
that's
many.
a really
Too many genres. You cannot claim that. It's too many genres.
You can really.
You
That's
can send
four.
too many.
four.
I know. Too many. Too.
No,
Too many.
No, like you
No,
can't
you
say
can't
I'm
do
a
that.
punk country metal.
I can't do that. I
You-
can't
too
do
many.
that.
It-
Reggae blues without punk and metal, that's, you can't do that.
you know what? Choose something.
Well, I mean, I only get people that.
What do you?
want to
What
believe against-
a music they?
No, you know, like if
Yeah.
you go,
Yeah.
you're only getting one conspiracy theory. I'm not giving you two. You can have Grassy Knoll, or you can have Bigfoot. You don't get both, because it's like mathematically.
Because
impossible.
then you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, because now you're a
Well,
theorist.
maybe I am. Maybe I am. Right? I can't let
You're,
it go.
you're a music lover, is what you are.
Yes.
I
God
am.
damn
But those four, I can choose, by the way. I can choose, but
Whatever the fuck you want.
What's your
all there.
favorite? It's punk rock.
Yeah.
yes, it's punk rock
Okay,
and
see,
metal.
you're a punk rocker. Clearly.
In metal.
No,
That's
you're
two.
a punk rocker. No way. You choose Exciter over Minor Threat. No way.
Hey, I'll pick Slayer over a lot of stuff.
Anyway, you're a punk rocker. Who likes other stuff?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
have you heard of
That's
a band?
debatable.
Have you heard of a band called Spirit World?
I've heard of Spirit World.
Okay, so the Fidel who's in the Codefendants videos, he's the Hispanic gentleman with the glasses on it. He cuts hair here in Vegas, and he put me on that Spirit World. And the guy just came out with a album called Death Western, and it's on Spotify or something else. So
You're gonna have
check
to
that
put
out
that
if
one on the playlist too for me.
Yeah, it's on
So,
Spotify. I've listened to that probably more than I've listened to anything the past like 6 months. It's so good. It's like,
I've been listening to John Lee Hooker for like 2 days straight. So
what?
John Lee
Excuse me? Oh.
Hooker. 2 days straight. My car's broken. I've been down. But basically, feeling the blues. Huh?
Billie Eilish.
I love Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is great.
Y'all already answered my question about Codefendants being a either short-term or long-term lived project. So since it will be,
We're having the best time. We're not going to stop.
Yeah, we're not going to stop doing it. It's the fact that like stuff like how you can look at, say, like now GOC is a codefendant. Now everything can branch off how it wants to, and we work stuff. And our main focus is, as long as it's inspiring or creating dope shit, let it go. You know, there should be no rules to it. If somebody wants,
That's what the label is. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want
Great friends, no great songs, good friends, no rules.
There you go.
say that one more time.
Bottles to the Ground, our label, which you guys are part owners of. You know.
Yeah.
Balls to the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I gave shares to Codefendants and NOFX. Our slogan is great songs, pretty good friends, no rules.
Yeah.
I like that.
And no refunds.
Yeah.
No refunds.
I'm thinking about adding it. It's a nice ring to it.
That's like, so that's what Codefendants is. That's how you defined it. It's just like an extended, it's like an extended family more than it is just a band.
Exactly in real life, what you would want in a codependent, you know, somebody that's just going to be solid and in line with your your principles, and they've got your best interest. They're looking out for your best interest as much as you're looking out for their best interest.
And what I've noticed hanging out with criminals, as they
What are
are,
you gonna point at me?
honor among thieves. It's a real thing. You can trust them.
What did you say? What about the
Honor among thieves is a real thing.
honor one thieves?
You're a thief.
Yeah, no, it's not like a
He,
kid thing.
he does. You're a vandal.
No.
No, it's not. I'm not supposed to say anything. I don't rat on my friends.
But like,
They keep telling me this thing about not ratting on my friends, and I'm just telling stories about what my friends did. Is that ratting? Oh, right, it's ratting. It's so confusing to me.
Well, I saw that you said that Codefendant is a band full of criminals and felons.
Only one felon.
Criminals, yeah.
Lines. We're very cat lines.
And don't even get me started. Started on the road.
Okay.
It's a whole
Did you snort? You snorted.
Yeah, because she knows. She's like, this motherfucker.
Did you do a line of cocaine?
She sees what you've done.
Not today. But it's just the feline thing that got me.
Snorting cocaine. It'd be funny if people did like this. Like, that'd be funny. Oh, hey. Oh, man. I'm just saying that the other night, accidentally, when you do a line of cocaine, you think it's a line of coke, you do it way too much.
Well, my first time doing it, he gave me a big one. And the person across the thing said, don't do that. That's too much. And I'm like, well, Mike, put it here. So I
said, don't do the whole thing.
But I also wanted to know what a K-hole was right off the bat versus like experience it after.
No.
So, and you know what I found is that K-hole, it really isn't a K-hole if you've been a drinker before. It's just like being like wasted drunk.
I always feel wonky. Like,
yeah, this is from a man who does PCP.
I don't do a lot.
Oh, there she goes again.
Wait, okay.
I don't do it a lot. My fucking old, the lady that used to clean my house through one of my mother's recommendations was fucking, she was like a PCP head, and every now and then I was like a papas with her.
No.
Yo, one time I ended up fucking one of my buddies from like the motorcycle chapter out there, he was there. I was like, yo, I got this KJ joint. And me and him ended up, I swear to God, shirtless in my garage, fucking painting a canvas to Sepultura.
Oh my fucking God.
On a PCP joint. Ever fucked that?
Okay. So,
but that's
I have like a minute and 30 seconds until this thing like shuts off on me. So that was it. Like,
yeah, but
that was it.
1 week ago, me and Max, Sepultura.
Oh my God.
What
Codefendants, everyone go to thisiscrimewave.com where you can find all of your information about Codefendants. They're a badass fucking band. Make sure you go check them out.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on your TV show.
Yeah, appreciate you.